Wow. I hope I'm live this time because this is getting really weird around here tonight, everybody. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mr. Bilyagi's Dojo. Tonight, if you listen well, I will teach you the path to enlightened comic art collecting here on the Amateur Dueling Dealers of Comic Art. This is our 9th amateur tournament, and we welcome both newcomer Matt Kennedy and seasoned veteran Jordan Joanno. For those new to the tournament, the format is simple. Structured like a karate championship. 2 original comic art sellers compete for your hard-earned cash, presenting comic art for sale that is either new to the market or priced to sell. The seller with the most sales by the end of the tournament is crowned tonight's champion. During the tournament, there are 15 rounds of art for sale. Rounds 1 through 2 are priced $500 or less, 3 through 4, $1,000 or less, 5 through 8, $2,000 or less, and $3,000 or less in rounds 9 through 12. And of course, anything goes in rounds 13 through 15. Rounds 1 through 4 provide each seller 90 seconds to sell their art, while rounds 5 through 15 provide them with 60 seconds each. Viewers are encouraged to be a part of the show by engaging in friendly conversation in the YouTube chat. If you're watching on YouTube, please consider subscribing to our channel and Hulk smash that like button, and be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss any of the shows on the Comic Art Live channel. To claim an artwork you want to purchase, type your claim in the chat in the following format: claim 2A-Jordan or claim 4B-Matt. In other words, the word claim followed by the round number, a dash, and the seller's first name. Each time a seller presents an artwork, the exact claim wording will be on the screen just above the art description. Try to claim an artwork for sale during the seller's live round, but if you miss that window, you can claim the artwork at any time during the rest of the tournament. You will be given a last chance at all unsold artwork during the recap at the end of the tournament, when the sellers are more open to wheeling and dealing if the duel is indeed a close one. Since this is the internet, there can be technical issues. We've just seen one ourselves. When several collectors try to claim the same artwork at the same time, your browser may not order your chat in the same order that we see it here in the dojo. Our view of the chat is ordered properly, and we will make the decision for whom has claimed the artwork. During a seller's presentation, you may make an offer to the seller. However, the seller is not required to respond, reply, acknowledge, karate chop, or even accept this offer. Please be courteous and only message sellers who are currently in their live spotlight. After the show is over, be sure to contact the seller if you've claimed any of their artworks. Let them know which artworks you've claimed, your mailing address, and your YouTube or Facebook name. Let's get ready to wheel and deal! Well, that was an interesting start to the show. I got to do the introduction twice because we actually didn't go live once. So welcome both Jordan and Matt to the show. Nice to have you both on.
Aloha.
Mahalo.
Yeah. You got to practice it, Bill. You got to do it twice.
I think I did a better job on that second one.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I needed a dress rehearsal, I guess. That's how it goes sometimes. But apologies to everybody for starting late. I think this is the first time we didn't hit it right at the top of the hour. So I don't know what the snafu was. I hit start the show and it didn't start. So anyway, all is well.
Better late than never.
Exactly. Here in the dojo, anything can happen. So, again, it's great to have you both on here. Matt, I'm so glad that, you were willing to give this a try. And, Jordan, of course, you've been on a few times, so you are kind of the seasoned veteran here, but we're excited. We got to create some great memes, all Karate Kid kind of centric. I think everybody's going to enjoy them. Lots of interesting things. No Jaden Smith. Sorry, Marcus. There's no Jaden Smith in the show tonight. Wrong series.
I will say this. When and again, I'm always honored Bill reached out about me participating. And so when he reached out, I always get into that creative mode. So I said to him, well, why don't we do Karate Kid? And then I looked, and then we saw that Matt was blonde, and said, oh, perfect. So, and even in high school, some of my friends used to call me the actor. What's his name? What's the name? The Karate Kid. Ralph Macchio. He used to say I used to look like him. So I think it's a perfect fit.
Hey, you did a pretty good kick there. I'll give you that.
So I shared that story with Bill. that was a one take and a one take only. I mean, when you're 56, you don't get the kick like you used to back in high school. So one shot, that's it. So.
Well, you're going to see some good kicks tonight. Matt Matt looks like he's trained a bit. Is that true?
Absolutely.
All right. Absolutely not. No, but and we use some CGI for me, of course. That was not. I'm not that flexible, but we worked it out here in the studio today. Bid high, bid fast, no mercy, says Colin. All right, I like that. All right. Well, as everybody knows, we always start with a coin flip to determine who is going to choose who goes first. So let me go ahead and get that into the stream here, and it's on the Cobra Kai logo first. So let's give it a flip and see who gets the lead off tonight. All right. Well, the choice goes to you, Jordan, to determine who will go first.
Okay. I'll go first. I don't mind.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
Sweep it up. Yep.
All right.
And Jeff Wedding had it right on. I was trying to do the Shaka crane. He caught that right away. So.
Oh, man. Well, we do have a lot of great artwork tonight, too. Different things than you're used to seeing. And I think everybody's going to be pleasantly surprised by the selection. It's a regularly priced show. So rounds 1 through 4, there's 2 artworks per round. So always remember to use your A and B on rounds 1 through 4. And after that, it's 1 piece of artwork through the next 11 rounds. So we're going to get Jordan started on his round 1.
Yep.
And let's go ahead and cue up your 1A artwork here, Jordan, and we'll get the clock started for you.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right, folks. This is a really cool piece. It's from this issue, Azrael 39. You can see that there. Denny O'Neil is the writer. He was really famous for writing all those great Batman stories with Neil Adams way back when. And you can just see the battle between Azrael and Bane as they're falling off the cliff. I really, really love the way they framed that here. That long panel frames really well. That tells the rest of the story. But this last shot right there with Bane coming out of the water, rising from primordial ooze. Yeah, it's a
that one's been claimed by Ernest. Thank you very much, Ernest.
Yes. All right, the next one here
1B
is from Amazing Spider-Man 56. Here's that cover of that issue. So you've got the Kingpin and Norman Osborn working together. It's from the Last Remains story. And the artist is Mark Bagley. So we know how famous he is for drawing Spider-Man issues. The inker is Andrew Hennessy. I just, when I got this page, I just really loved that close-up right here, that upper panel there of Kingpin. That really kind of drew me to it. And you can just kind of see how he's dominating the scene here, especially working with Norman Osborn. He's admiring the new Kindred costume there. And there's a real backstory between how that costume really took over Norman for a long time. So there's an uneasy tension between the two of them. But when you look throughout, you can see Kingpin throughout in all his glory. And you can see how the power that he brings to the page there as well.
And that one's been claimed by Rich Donnelly. Thank you, Rich.
Thank you very much. Thank you, both of you.
Yeah, that's a
focus your power. Strike hard. Strike harder. Thank you for breaking the ice.
Oh, man, that is a good one.
Oh, my son is... both my daughter and my son, who helped me on my memes, they both did acting in high school. So I want to say they're classically trained. And he was a natural in front of the camera. So you're going to see him throughout the memes. We had a blast filming him.
No, that was I always forget to ask everybody to do a break the ice meme. So I'm glad you did that, because that was perfect.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
All right, Matt. So we're gonna get started with you now. We did have a snafu. I hate to say it. We had set up a 1A here for Matt, and then we weren't able to confirm. You're not sure that you could find it right now. So we're gonna skip 1A. So we're only gonna be able to show one piece of art for Matt in the first round. And I apologize. That's if I was thinking faster, I could have had a backup plan, but I did not.
Well, great to be on the show. I'll try and keep this brief, I guess. We'll see if we get through this quickly. The first piece here is from Pascal Ferry. And I started really getting into collecting a lot of Spanish and European artists in the last couple of years. And I'm a huge fan of prelims. I think prelims give you a really good sensibility in how the process works, especially when they're as different as this one is. So as you can see, this one's signed in the lower right, and it's a Ghost Spider #5 cover, Skrull variant prelim with Spider-Gwen as a Skrull. graphite and ink on paper. This measures 6 by 8.5 inches. And, I think it's great to be able to have something like this to offer as the first piece, because Pascal Ferry stuff is generally really hard to get, and stuff tends to sell really quickly. And especially, to be able to get a cover prelim this inexpensively, I thought that people might enjoy that.
Well, that's a really nice piece. And you're right, Pascal's artwork is not on the market too often.
Mm-hmm. So you can see, there it is right there in real life.
Very, very nice.
And no relation to Brian Ferry, that's true.
Yeah.
Welcome to my dojo.
There we go. Welcome to the dojo. All right, and sorry about the round, the 1A piece, Matt.
That's fine. It's my fault.
I was about to say, and hopefully people will think about this until we get to the recap. I'm a big fan of cover prelims. I mean, it's 1/8 the price of the cover, but it's still original art. You know what I mean? You get a whole page of original art where, and it's part of the published process. So I love cover prelims. I have a nice handful myself.
All right, and Alex, I guess re-asked how big it was. You said it was about 6.5 by 9, I think, Matt.
Yep.
So we have that out there. Oh, 6 by 8.
6 by 8.5. Yep.
Very good. All right. Well, moving
and
on
to
round.
Meyer poster in the background.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Signed by the entire cast and by Russ, actually.
Very nice. All right, let's get Jordan's round 2 artworks queued up here. And here is the first one.
Okay, so this is the cover that this page comes from. It's Uncanny X-Force number 6 back in 2011. The writer, Rick Remender, he had a nice run of writing a lot of great stories. And of course, the artist is Esad Ribic. And we know that Anthony reps Esad. But some of the notables, it's just great action in every one of the panels. You've got Wolverine, Angel, Phantom X, and you got Captain America, Deathlock on there. A lot of great use of the cross-hatching when it comes to the action. You can just see the action flowing in Esad's line work there. And I love the perspective on the Captain America, this top panel here, how it's really coming to action from there. So just a nice way to get, we all know Esad is one of the masters of painting covers, but his interior pages, you can just tell his artistry as well.
Agreed. Here is your 2B.
This one here, I was really conflicted on. This is it was always in one of my favorite portfolios, and this is the issue it's from. It's from An Origin of Black Cat, 1997, pencil and inks by Mark Campos. Why this has always been in one of my favorite portfolios? Just that this is such a moody panel right here. It carries the whole page, and the story is that he's in distress because he thinks that he dropped Black Cat and he thinks that she died, and so he's actually hearkening it back to the death of Gwen Stacy in this story. But if you just look at that panel, again, not a Jim Lee, not the greatest of artists, but Mark Campos really nailed it there.
Very nice pair of pages.
Yep.
All right, so let's get Matt going on his round 2, and we've got 2 pieces for this one. Mm-hmm. Cue you up here, Matt, and here is your 2A.
So when we first talked about maybe having me come on the show, one of the things that I wanted to be sure to bring on and present was some anime. And so this is an animation cell. So the great thing about animation cells is you get 2 pieces of artwork really for the price of 1. So you get the cell, which is what you see pictured right there. And you also get the dogo, which is the drawing that's on the background, that's in back of the cell. So you can see that there's the drawing. And there's usually different colored pencils, and there's different colored pencils in that. And then you've got the cell itself. Tetsujin 28, known as Gigantor here in the United States, was revived on Japanese television back in 1992, and they did 47 episodes, and just a really iconic character.
Agreed. All right, let's get your 2B.
So this is a Gilliam March piece. This is a published piece. He did a Kickstarter book called Use a Go-Go, and you could pitch the piece that you wanted. And so I had him do Louise Brooks as Lulu and the Frog Prince. It's a watercolor on kind of a watercolor board. It's not a super large piece either. I think it's about the same size as the Pascal Ferry piece, about 6.5 by 9.5. And just really great colors. Again, Guy Marchino, a person who usually goes for a ton.
Yep.
All right. Congratulations to Michelle McMahon for picking that one up.
Oh,
Thank
cool.
you. And yeah, your mic was breaking up a tiny bit there, Matt, at the end. I don't know if anybody else was catching that as well, but I'm not sure if it's but it was fine. We could understand what you were saying. It was just a little garbled, but we're good here.
Oh, okay, good.
Yep. Congratulations, Michelle. Thank you so much for breaking the ice for Matt. Let's move on to round 3.
All right.
3A here for you, Jordan. Here we go.
Yep. So this round, I got some independent art. I had Marvel introduced on DC. So this one here, right out of the gate, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #4. It's from 1994, only 10 years after they got introduced. So it's still with Mirage Publishing Studios. So you got a really old feel. Jim Lawson, one of the early creators, is the artist on this, and Eric Talbot. But you know, what a way to get TMNT at a fraction of the price of a lot of those older pages there. It is 9 by 12 in size, so real thick board on there up there. And it's signed and sketched by Jim Lawson up here in the right corner there. And I put this here. If you look at the art there, you just got that old feel, that old school feel of the turtles there. This is Donatello. He just got in a fight with this character who actually turns out to be a villain, Mr. Nobody. But they had just finished fighting, and they're now having a conversation in the 4. So just a nice older Turtles page, very affordable as well. The next one here I got is also still independent. This is a cover. This is a shout out to Nick over at Dynamite, but it's Jennifer Blood #5. And that's the cover done by Al Garza back in 2011. This is actually a long running series. They're into issue 36. They're really way up there now. And it's written by Garth Ennis. And as we know, Garth Ennis, you know, he's got The Boys and The Preacher. He's got that fame going. Wouldn't be much to take this one over to the next level. Basically, the story is that Jennifer Blood is a suburban wife and a mom by day. And at night, she's a ruthless vigilante. So a nice, affordable way to get a nice cover for this piece.
And there's only pencils, no inks to that. It was digitally. Yep.
Collector-san. Comic card collecting here. Comic card collecting here. Comic card collecting not here.
Just remember that. Don't go with your gut. Go with your head and your heart.
Yeah.
All right. Matt, let's get your round 3 artworks ready to go here for you.
Yep.
And let's see. Here is the first one, 3A.
Cool. So Brent Anderson, inked by Will Blyberg. This is the Astro City page. This is volume 2, issue #6. It's page 13. The storyline is The Gathering Dark. It's signed by Brent. This is an Eisner Award-winning series. You know, when I started putting together Pop Sequentialism years ago, one of the things I wanted to focus on was the sort of teamwork of writer and artist, and how there are certain teams that just really work well together. And having a page from the Busiek run on an iconic series, a semi-splash with lots of action, very widescreen, even though it's a single page, and then the reactions in the cityscape. I've just always really, really loved this page. And now you can see, you know, we get it right here. Just reads really well. Really cool page. And then the second piece is Junko Mizuno, who is known to a lot of people as a poster artist. And it's super, super hard to get a hold of her work. She usually sells very quickly. And manga art is really, really rare. It's most manga artists have museums dedicated to their work. This piece does come framed. It was in a show that showcased the entire Cinderella series in an exhibition several years back. This is, again, a published page, a semi-splash, really kind of psychedelic Powder Puff Girl kind of vibe going on that. And again, you know, Junko Mizuno, very famous for her rock poster art, but also a very celebrated manga artist here in the United States.
Yeah, that's really nice. I've actually never seen any work by Mizuno in person.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so those are going to be out there. We'll see them again in the recap. Tight battle so far in the tournament. We're moving over to round 4. Last round with 2 artworks per seller. So let me get the 4A artwork on the screen here for Jordan. And here we go.
All right, so 4A. I'm not holding up a picture of the cover. I'm holding a picture of an article that came out. This is Strange Tales number 3, 1987. So it's Copper Age. And what I'm showing you is that this character, Rintra, was leaked in as part of the new Doctor Strange movie. And that's who you got throughout this whole page right there. It is fresh to market. I actually got this straight from the artist Chris Warner. Like I said, Copper Age and Rintra the Minotaur. So if you look at the page here in the middle panels, you have Doctor Strange throughout the middle panels. And then you've got Rintra down below here that's helping him out. So a great older Copper Page, yeah. That's a very affordable price point as well. So that one there.
A lot of nice details in that one, Jordan.
Yeah, a lot of detail exactly in that one. And this one is also fresh to market. I got it straight from Terry Dodson. And this is the cover. This issue is from X-Men number 9. It was done in 2014. Terry and Rachel, the married couple, they did the duo on this page here. So it's, again, fresh to market, straight from the artist. It is featuring the sisterhood. So these characters on there, you have Enchantress, you have Lady Deathstrike, Reiko, and even Typhoid Mary. And you know how we all know that Terry is really known for really capturing the females, whether they're in action or in form like this here. So, again, a really good price point on that. It does have, Terry does some bonus sketches on the back, so nothing too shabby there. But just a nice example of Terry Dodson's X-Men work with a lot of the female characters on the page.
Very nice page.
Man, I didn't make any sales. I quit. Jordan-san, show me how you price. Price up, price down. No. Price up, price down. Price up, price down. I got it. All right, price up, but then price down. Thank you. No. Oh, ice. Always ice.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Price up, price down.
He's
How
a match.
can I compete with this? He's got such a great support staff over there.
They have a whole production team.
I know.
I was telling Bill earlier, my wife is the one who always films all of our memes. So every time we finish a scene, we always look to her, and if she's giggling her ass off, then we know that it's a pretty good scene, because she always likes to poke fun of us that we get our geek on when we film these memes. So yeah, a lot of fun doing them.
Very cool.
Yeah. We need more writers on our staff. I mean, we do a pretty good job, but if we need like double the staff, and then we could really cram them out there. But we've all got some good ones tonight. So all right, Matt, let's get you started with your round 4. And
all right.
Here is your 4A on the screen, and I got to get my
great Mike Kaluta, one of the 4 studio artists, arguably one of the best draftsmen who's ever worked in the comics medium. And in this case, a great team up of Mike Kaluta and Matt Wagner. Madame Xanadu is entering the DCU very soon. It's rare to see work of this caliber even hit the market, but to see Kaluta pages this cheap is exceptionally rare. He's the guy that kind of brought the character into the modern age with Doorway to Nightmare. So to have the signature artist doing signature work on such an important run, and what makes it special to me personally is I was born in Salem, Massachusetts, and this is a kind of a witch burning story. We didn't burn witches in Massachusetts; they hung them. But moving on to the next piece, I guess we're going to go to this is a great Sergei Domenic piece. It's kind of filled. I mean, it's just like almost every inch of this is illustrated. And if I'm not mistaken, this may be from a European edition of the Ultimate Spider-Man comic. And you can see it's got the Ultimate X-Men, it's got Ultimate Doom. Just like I say, just so much artwork on this page. And, again, with these European artists, it's frequently very difficult to get their pages in the US. And as I've been starting to collect a lot of European art, I've really expanded it, and I wanted to be able to kind of share some of that with.
Well, both pages were absolutely beautiful, Matt. I mean, the Kaluta and this one by Sergei is great.
Yeah,
and like you said, edge to edge. Wow, I mean, that's phenomenal.
It's all right. I failed like a champ.
Failed like a champ.
I think in the show they have a slow-mo of Ralph Macchio's foot hitting him right in the face in the Netflix show. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we thought about trying to make that into a meme, but didn't work it in. So
Well, next time we do one of these.
yeah.
All right, so we're moving on to round 5. There's one piece of art per round
Mhm.
from here on out. 60 seconds per round, of course. So let me go ahead and get Jordan's round 5 artwork queued up, and here we go.
Yeah, this is Moon Knight 189. So it's from 2017. Pencils and inks by Jason Burrows. It's just a great half splash. If you look at the bottom there, a great half splash of Moon Knight in costume. I kind of put a note on here to myself. But as great as that bottom splash is, I actually kind of really love the detail in the top splash. I put a note. It's very Jeff Darrow-esque. If you take a look at that, you just see all the details of all the casualties from the train wreck there, and just a fun top part to that splash. And of course, what everybody wants is really Moon Knight walking away from that, what happened, kind of going into the storyline there. So a great visual, great. I don't have very many Moon Knight pages, so this one was a tough one for me to even list in the first place. But great starting point on this, and a lot of detail into this page too. So I can't really speak too much more than that because it's kind of speaks for itself as far as the art presentation on it there. Yeah.
Yes, I think we had the wrong time on that one. So
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding. But beautiful page, as somebody said, very similar. Looks had a bit of a Darrow kind of a look to it as well.
On the top there.
The train wreck, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. And Matt, there was a question from Jason looking at the piece by Sergey. It was published. Do you know for sure that it was published?
I'm not 100% sure. I think it was hard communicating with his rep, and they had it listed as a pinup page in the way that they usually list those pages that says that they're published, but I don't have the comic to be able to compare it to. And it's definitely not an American edition. It would be a European edition.
Okay. All right. And all right, we'll get you started with your round 5. And here we go.
Dave Stevens. What else do I have to say? Not a lot of Dave Stevens pieces hit the market. This is a great convention sketch, probably from about 1990. It has a personalization on it for Jean-Paul Bessergard's Dave Stevens, Captain America, graphite on paper. It's 9.5 by 12.5 inches. I always dreamed of owning Dave Stevens' work, knew him fairly well in the early 90s, and just never had a chance to pick anything up in that era. And I think I picked this up from Albert, but I did end up scoring something additionally not too long ago, and felt that I could let go of this piece and hang on to the other one. And then the next piece.
Oh, it's only one in the round 5.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yep. So there we go. And feel free to offer on stuff.
All right. And you actually did get let's see, where is this? 3B, the piece that you posted from Mizuno.
From Junko?
Yep, you were priced at $600 on that piece, and Alyssa's offering you $500.
Let's do it.
Yeah, nice.
Spread the joy.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Alyssa. And let's see, we'll get you written down there. Fantastic. All right.
Collect-a-thon. Do or do not. There is no try in comic art collecting.
Dang, Grogu. And I got it. So,
what does a floating Grogu have to do with?
Well, it was a Yoda. I was trying to mess around with you.
Oh.
I was looking for good sayings, to
Gotcha.
mess around and put comic ard collecting in them.
Gotcha. Okay, I got it.
I tried. I
It
failed.
was surreal. I appreciate it.
Well, one of
Exactly.
the funny things is that you've already coined yourself Bill Yagi.
Bill
And
Yagi.
when we were filming our memes, I saw on the chat, we weren't sure what to say. We were going to say Bill San, so we were saying Bill Yagi also in our memes.
It just fit, right?
Yep, that fits perfectly. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, congratulations to Elisa for picking up that piece, the 3D artwork from Matt. And we're going to move on over to round number 6 and get Jordan's artwork queued up here. Let me get that on there for you, Jordan. And here we go.
All right. So Batman Shadow of the Bat number 80, published in 1998. So Mark Buckingham, artist, and Robert Campanella just did a really great job in this. And in this whole series, you'll see how Mark put a lot of, yes, as we know, we see all the bricks there. And my wife did count them, and there's 327 bricks on the page. So she found every way to count them for everybody there. And of course, there's a Joker in every panel. The kicker for this is here. This was a framed piece in one of my back rooms. So it doesn't come with the frame, but it just shows my dedication to bring even art off my walls to the show. So just a really good piece there. Really great arts.
It is, and it was picked up by Ernest again. Thank you very much, Ernest.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. That's 3 sales for you, Jordan, and two for Matt. So let's get Matt's round 6 artwork on the screen. And here we go.
You know, again, like a real central portion of my collection is artists who are not based in the United States, who bring a very foreign sensibility to what is this really American art form of comic art and sequential pieces. And I was always hoping to get my hands on a Kamala Khan piece, and I really love Takeshi Miyazawa's work. And this is from the series that was written by G. Willow Wilson. Again, this is This is Eisner nominated work. This is a splash from a really elusive artist to be able to get work from. His rep is not always very easy to communicate with, and so getting that work is really, really tough. Just to give you a sense of the scale of this is pretty close to standard comic art page, a little bit smaller, but just really, really dynamic. It's using the power, smashing through a car, and just the Disney show coming up.
Oh, it's a fantastic page. I mean, you've seen that image in a lot of different places as well. So, I mean, that was a great score to have it. And I appreciate you offering it on the show tonight. Mm-hmm. All right, we're moving over to round 7 here for Jordan. Let me get round 7 artwork here.
All right, from this stage on, for me, I've just got historic pages. So keep that in mind. Get kind of queued up for everything here. So historic pages all the way to the very end for me.
All right, here we go. Let's see this first one.
This first one, Super Crooks #1, 2012. Mark Millar. We know he has Millar World. We know he's cut a deal with Netflix. He's bringing all his comics to the screen. So a lot of upside on this one. The artist Leno Francis Yu, love his line work, and he was great for this series as well. So if you look at this, and even though it's pencil, it's got some great detail in it. So you pull back there, you've got the leader of Super Crooks, Johnny Bolt, right there. And you've got the main hero in this story, Gladiator, and his hero, because we're rooting for the anti-heroes. But just a lot of character displays. It's page 2 from the issue. And again, Super Crooks, if you haven't read the story, great story, not surprising. Mark Millar, he knocks out of the park with his stories. So again, Jupiter's Legacy, Wanted, Kick-Ass, Kingsman, those all got the royal treatment. This is next in line. So, again, get these historic first appearance pages before it kicks up. It's a lot easier to get hold of that at that point. So a lot of characters in this one, page number 2 from the issue as well. Yep. So first appearances of these characters, Gladiator and the Super Crooks team with Johnny Bolt.
Sweep the leg! Point, Matt!
That's my least favorite of the memes right there.
That's because you got knocked down.
Okay, so that
and I got a call out on that. That was great.
Yeah, that was my son's calling that up. That thud you heard was really my head hitting the carpet, and I didn't like it. I wanted to film it again. My wife said, "No, we're not filming it again. You're already giving your body for it." But that goes back to when I was filming the promo. It's not that easy to hold that pose for a long time. So that's why we said, what kind of meme can we do? We'll have an alternate ending. So instead of him winning, he's falling down and losing to Matt. So that was the key on that one. Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a real good one. Dwayne Zapane said, "Swipe the art." Yeah, or sweep the leg. We got it.
Yeah.
So very nice piece, and I love Lano's pencils as well. So good choice to pick that for tonight's show as well. So, all right, let's get Matt's round 7 artwork on screen. Here we are.
This is another piece of anime art, and this is a really, really unusual piece. As I said, manga art's super rare to get your hands on, and certainly anime makes its way to the United States. But this is actually a piece of stamp art. So in Japan, there's a couple of different ways that they have stamps. There's like hand stamps where you stamp something. And they often have these giveaways in the subways where you go to different stops and they hand out a sheet and you can get it stamped at each individual subway stop that participates in the program, and you get a free poster. But this was also used as not just the artwork on the piece of paper that you would get your stamps on, but it was also a first day issue for a postage stamp that is not this image, that was also Fullmetal Alchemist. So this is actually from Studio Hiromu Arakawa, who is the artist who developed Fullmetal Alchemist, which is a pretty legendary, anime and manga.
Indeed, we've watched it here at the house, so it's one of my kids' favorites. That was one of my kids saying how much they like seeing that artwork here.
Yeah, I love it too. I love it. Matt, I'm going to tell you right now, even before the episode is over, your knowledge is just, I wish I could be that knowledgeable. Excellent. So it makes you appreciate the art even more. So thank you for that.
Comes from a many years of sleeping disorders. A lot of time reading and researching. So, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of interviewing both guys, and both Jordan and Matt are, as everybody knows, they're super knowledgeable. Matt, you run popsequentialism.com. You've got a breadth of knowledge that a lot of people don't have, and especially for manga and any of the animation art, and that's something that we talked a lot about in our interview as well. So when you wanted to be on here, I knew that we were going to get to see a really eclectic batch of artwork that I'm not going to get to see from most other developers.
Definitely love it.
Popsequentialism is about strength. If you're not strong on the inside, you can't be strong on the outside.
I get scared when I see Matt's memes.
Well, the camera adds 20 pounds, so I'm much less, intimidating in person.
Oh, I'm glad I'm in Hawaii.
All right, moving on to round 8. Just so everybody knows, we have no cake break tonight, and it's probably better since I did the duplicate intro, so we lost time at the beginning. So no cake break. Sharon will be back on Saturday when we do our next show, so you'll get plenty of cake then. So no cake tonight. So all right,
no cake for us.
Yes, no cake for us. All right, let's get your round 8 artwork up here.
All right, this is a birth page, everybody. A real big birth page of the doozy. I call it a cluesy, half claimy, half doozy. But 2013, Jackson Butch Geis, Rick Magyar. But the story in this is that James Rose wrote it. He's frustrated with the Iron Patriots that are supposed to be doing work for him over there. So what does he do? He decides to go ahead and take it on himself. And this is the very first time. The page before this, he's getting the armor together, but he's wearing it for the very first time in full gear. Great splash like that. It is a great claim. It's a great birth page. James Rhodes as the Iron Patriot. And you got Armor Wars coming out next year on Disney Plus. So I might be selling this a little bit too soon. Rick, you got a good one. Seriously, this should go real far.
And Rick's claim just came in before Ernest's. I mean, literally not even a second after Rick's claim came in. So congratulations to Rick.
Yeah.
Collect-a-san. With comic art collecting, everyone must choose one of two pains. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret.
But that was a tough one. That was a real tough one, I have to tell you.
The look on your face when that opened, I just immediately uncontrollable laughter. It's a good thing you had me muted.
Oh, I was laughing too. And to think that wasn't CGI either. The fact that you did that.
They had wires on Jean-Claude. I didn't take any wires. I felt I could do it on my own. I didn't need it. No, nothing. And we did it in one take.
Oh man. That's a good one.
Yes, it was. Now, Matt, it's round 8. I have to say that I had made a mistake. I made 2 mistakes on Matt's stuff tonight. So I'm going to have Matt full screen when he does his round 8 because he's going to have to hold the art to show it to you. But we can show you the I can at least initially show you the slide portion, and then I'll have him go full screen so you can see the artwork as he's holding it. And again, my apologies for that, Matt. That's was my fault. But let's get this first piece up here. And so it's the J.H. Williams
I'm actually
piece.
going to have to back up to get this all in here. This is a double page spread This is, J.H. Williams III. This is an Eisner Award winner for Best Single Issue. This was Seven Soldiers of Victory #0. This helped kick off the first major, multi-issue crossover event at DC. You can see it's got the sigils in it, which is a really important thing for Grant Morrison stuff. You can see it's signed by Grant Morrison. There's a lot of notes on this page. It's just really, really cool. It's about the closest thing you can get in a Williams page to his Promethea work without getting Promethea, and just really started to signal the change in the way that he kind of stepped up his game as an illustrator. And it's just really, really, really cool page. I think it's got every character in the book, I think, on this one page. So just one of those things that you just don't see that often get offered for sale.
No, that's a beautiful page, and I apologize for not having a better scan, but yeah, that's an amazing J.H. Williams page, and it was $1,500, everybody, just so you know.
And I want to stress, as Berkey would stress, that my aim is to make sure that this stuff winds up with people. So, feel free to offer. I want to make sure that these find homes and, spread the love of my collection, let it go into the world.
There you go. And well, we'll see in the recap.
Yep.
You never know what happens there. So, all right, moving on to round 9. No cake break tonight, but plenty of art to sell.
You ready, folks? Got another birth page. Got another birth page coming up. This one's got a lot to it going there. So first of all, it's a what if page. It's always great to have a what if page for you. 1990, Ron Wilson, he drew The Thing, a lot of fame there. And Sam De La Rosa as the inks. What a great combo, Wilson and De La Rosa. But just look at the page. It just presents so well. It's the Cosmic Avengers. And you've got, these are all future of the characters. You have Iron Droid, a future Iron Man. You have Commander America, the future Captain America. You have Tachyon Torch, the future Human Torch. And you've got Jen the Gamazon, who's the future She-Hulk. And you've got all that going on the page, and a really great price point as well for a birth page. So,
and this one was claimed by Ernest as well. Congratulations, Ernest.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Jordan,
I think we can...
to be good seller, you must catch art page with chopsticks. Have you ever caught one? No. Mr. Miyagi, I caught one. Beginner's luck.
Man, I have to tell you, we were going to do one of those as well, but you did it so well that we decided we couldn't do that one.
Oh, you scrapped yours?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it Maureen? Because Maureen had a list of memes that she wanted to do because she watched like Karate Kid 1 and 2, and that was one of them. She's like, "Oh yeah, you can catch artwork. We'll do something really cool." And then I got yours, and I'm like, "We can't do it. We have to do something else."
Well, we thought about putting a page on a fish hook line and trying to catch it, and we had like 5 takes. Every time I reached for it with my chopsticks, I kept missing it, and it just got all out of whack. And that was like the first time I really caught it in between the chopsticks. So again, a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving over to round 9 for you, Matt. So let me get your artwork on the screen, and here we go.
Gene Colan. So this is from the Tomb of Dracula magazine. And this is number 5, page 40. This is Tom Palmer inks. This is a Roger McKenzie story. It's a great half splash with Lilith, Lilith, daughter of death. Lilith seems to be making her way back into the MCU and may wind up in one of the streaming shows when they start putting together the Midnight Suns. And, Colan and his run on with Dracula is legendary. It's been reprinted in Omnibuy at this point. Certainly passed away too young a few years ago. One of the classic draftsmen of the era. This also has like the onion skin with the lettering is on the back of the page. So you also get the onion skin overlay with the lettering, which I'm trying to think who did the lettering on that, but I think it was John Costanza. So you also see that it's got like the ink wash in with the standard inking. So Colan had gotten used to having his work destroyed by Vince Colletta, so this is stuff that he wanted to make sure Tom Palmer was on.
I wasn't taught the difference between mercy and honor, and I paid for it.
Yeah, the art paid for it in that one. Now, Matt would never do that in real life, everybody. Just don't hold it against him. That was something we came up with in the studio when we were taking his material and trying to craft it into a few different things.
I tell you, he's taking on the role of Johnny perfectly. I'm telling you.
Oh man! All right, so
Coors Light for tonight, and Coors Light here. Silver bullet.
And that Colin page was really nice. Tom Palmer, obviously I think is best inker, and the magazine pages are always cool to see and have. I mean, so that's a really nice one. All right, let's move on to round 10 here. Get
another birth page, another Cluesy. This was X-Men 12. It's a double page spread. It's a double page title spread as well. 1992. The writer Fabian Nicieza, I apologize for that. He created Deadpool, as we know, and the artist is Art Thiebaert. The thing about this, it's a birth page, and you can see right there. You have a flashback to when Carter Reiking was a child, but this is the very first time he's an adult, and he actually becomes Hazard. So this is his coming out party. A 2-page title page spread. This is the issue that came in right after Jim Lee did his run. Jim Lee went up to 11. This is issue 12. So again, a 2-page title and a birth page to boot. And Hazard is the villain throughout X-Men from there. So I think we got a claim on that.
Yes, we did. It came in. Several people wanted it. Somya Das came in first, just ahead of Nick Barucci and Joshua Ginsburg. So typo didn't matter, Joshua. But we got it in there. Congratulations to Somya. That was a great page. Fast pickup on that one.
I think someone wanted to see the bottom of this.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I missed that. I can I can pull it back up on the screen as well.
This is a sticker that's actually on the outside of the plastic, so it's not on the artwork. But yeah.
All right. Sorry, I missed it. I was trying to pull up the question, but I can't. Oh, there it was. So it's from Greg. Yeah. Hey, Greg. Nice to see you again. Can you show a close up of the bottom panel? There we go. And I've got it back on the screen as well, just so you can have a look at it. But all right. Well, Somya, congratulations. That was obviously a hot item for many people. Nice DPS as well. So
nice 90s art page. Yeah. Good kit.
All right. So we're going over to you, Matt, for round 10. And keeping up with your a theme on pieces that we've not had on the show before. Mm-hmm. This is a pretty cool one.
Yeah, so this is from Heavy Metal, the motion picture. This is from the Tarana sequence. And as we all know, Tarana was adapted from Mobius's Arzak comics. And so this is an unusual piece because this isn't a production cell. This is a pre-production cell. It's got about 4 layers to it. And this was produced by Studio Mobius for the production, which was Guardian Trust, a Canadian company that did the animation for Heavy Metal, which was a co-production with the owners of National Lampoon magazine that produced the film. And so I believe it's unattributed, but as most animation art is, but I believe it was a specific assistant that worked on this piece, and it's one of Mobius's closest assistants, and I believe it was Christian Bernard, an award-winning, I think an Oscar-winning.
So this was done, prior to the actual animation done for the Heavy Metal animated film. That's just test pieces or something along those lines.
Once the style guide is set, they'll often have the creator of the piece work up something that takes into consideration what the animation style is going to be. So rather than have people on the production, there was a ton of people on the production to that, from like everybody from Mike Plug and Howard Chaykin to Alex Davoulis, J.S. Garrett, Chris Acelius even. And Acelius did the movie poster, but they definitely like to bring in as many of the creators before they commit to doing the actual animation. So they already had this storyboarded, and Studio Mobius provided the template for it. So it's also comes with like there's a certificate of authenticity from the Steamhammer or Guardian Trust that it was part of the exhibition that traveled the United States with Heavy Metal motion picture artwork.
Well, I mean, that's a cool piece of history. And Chris Acelius, another creator that left us far too soon this last year. So so it's every time I hear his name, I mean, he's one of my favorite artists. I got to meet him at one of the IX shows a few years back. Really, really nice guy. So another creator leaving us too soon in the last couple of years, but great piece. Thank you, Matt, for bringing it.
Sure.
All right, let's go to round 11 here and get Jordan queued up.
All righty.
Here we go.
Not a birth page, but still very important. It's the first appearance page from Claw the Unconquered #1. There's that cover right there. 1992. David Michelini, he's the one who wrote this. He created Venom. He wrote a lot of stories, actually, Thundercats as well. Pencils and inks by Ernie Chan. So not surprised by that. It's again, you get, just like in comics, the older art pages, they're going fast and they're not really coming back. You don't get a lot of those nowadays. So this is Bronze Age art. This is DC's version of Conan the Barbarian. So it's Claw the Unconquered. And, again, a great Bronze Age page, but it's also a first appearance page. So not a birth page, but still very old page. So again, when we see art coming out for available, it's the newer art, which is great, very visual. But, old historic first appearance pages are really hard to find, especially in this age here. So remember, when we see the news and we see all these record-breaking sales, it's the historic pages that are breaking records. And so you have a chance to get a Bronze Age first appearance page right here at a really good price too.
All right, I agree. I always love getting.
Damn, I didn't make the sale.
Make sale, no sale. You did good. You prove point.
What point? That I don't make sales? I'm not gonna have any balance. Not with Mike. Not with Anthony. Not with you. Can you do that thing you do with your hands?
Close eye.
No art was harmed in the making of any games.
I should put that disclaimer.
Just letting you know.
Well, I made sure. I said, okay, the back side of the page, not the front side. So that's the first thing. I got to send you the outtakes because we did 2 or 3 takes. I kept cracking up because when Bams was doing his part, he kept hitting me in the head, and he took that and he smashed it down on my chest, and it would always make us crack up. But again, he pulls it off like a champ. He's a natural in front of the camera.
Everyone's yelling, "Tell with the art."
Yes.
Use stats.
I should have made copies. You're right.
Right, and I said blue line. I didn't mean blue line. I meant blue pencils, and that got cut off.
Yeah, blue pencil.
You know that. I love seeing. That's just so. I love seeing that part of the work that goes into the final product. It's always neat.
I'm so sorry. I said 1992. 1975 is Bronze Age. They didn't have blue line back then. It was blue pencil. Yes.
Stanley says I should hire Jordan to make my memes.
I have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah. Hey, if he's ever available, he can actually guest star in any memes that we've got and help write them too.
We'll have Matt write the copy because he's so knowledgeable, and I'll do all the acting and the creating. Yeah.
There you go. Well, we've got a special Star Wars one coming up for May the 4th because that's Wednesday. Fun. So we're going to do something crazy for that one. That's going to be a whole fun theme show. So yeah, we're just starting to work on that one, but it'll be a good one.
Yep.
All right, Matt, let's get your round 11 artwork ready to go. And here we go.
More of my love of prelims. And I think as far as prelims go, Sean Gordon Murphy is probably the top of the game. His stuff is incredible. I actually prefer his preliminary work to the published work because you see his whole process in a single throw. This is a cover prelim. It's pretty close to the published cover. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. He does it on not on illustration board, but on paper that's the same size as standard comic board. You can see his use of ink and watercolor in the piece. Just an iconic cover. I think the published cover sold for something like $20,000 or $25,000. So to be able to pick up a prelim at about 1/10 from a guy whose work is destined for museums, pretty affordably is just a really, really cool thing. And Batman White Knight is one of the really more exciting comics to come down the pike in the last 10 years. So,
yeah, that's beautiful.
I may not always win, but I never back out of a fight.
Oh man, I try to get scared watching your memes there.
Right, it looks like he knows what he's doing.
I get scared where they're going to wind up, but.
Well, we've actually got Sean Gordon Murphy on the show next Tuesday. I'll be doing an interview with him, so I hope you tune into that, Matt. It should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that one.
I believe he lives now in my former hometown. I think he lives in Salem, Massachusetts, or he did for a while, and then he moved up to Maine.
Right, I believe when I kind of interviewed him partially about a year ago when he had that exhibit at Metropolis, and I think he mentioned he was in Maine at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you this: meeting Sean Murphy at the Emerald Con this past December was the highlight of the con for me personally. Super approachable, great story, and he gets involved in the writing. Him and Katana, great duo. Jeff is their manager. A great people to meet, and of course, great art too. So I have a cover prelim. I have an interior page on hold that I'm paying off on time payments. So total appreciation for Sean Gordon Murphy. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll do time payments for you too.
Okay. All right.
And I guess I should ask that. I mean, on the price of your pieces, do both of you, you'll be willing to take a couple payments to cover anything that's rather pricey? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think anything over 1,000, you can do time maybe and split it up, make it a little bit easier. Sure. If needed.
Okay. And Colin mentioned that Sean Murphy will be at the Wicked Comic Con in Boston on April 9th too. So yeah, very, very nice.
Nice.
All right. On to round 12 here.
Here's a cluesy. It's a birth page. Another birth page here. So Batman, Shadow the Bat. So it's issue number 1 already. It's page 1 of issue number 1. Alan Grant did a lot of great writing back in the 80s. Pencils and inks by Norm Brayfogle. So it's not this huge action page with Batman on it, but I tell you, it's very historic. You got the birth page of Jeremiah Arkham right there in that panel. And I'm not going to do any spoilers for the movie, but any Batman movie, Arkham Asylum is getting very, very prominent in the storylines, especially going forward. So everybody will see that they haven't already. But again, a very historic. This is the very first time ever we get to meet Jeremiah Arkham right there. And again, and it's classic Brayfogle art as well. His line work on Batman was very crisp and clean. You can see that here. And again, like I mentioned, it's the historic pages that really climb up. And here's your chance to get a nice older 1992 Copper Age birth page of a major character, Jeremiah Arkham, very prominent in the Batman storylines.
Collector-san, we make sacred pact. I promise teach you comic card collecting. You promise learn. I say you do. No questions.
See, there you go. Follow my lead and don't interrupt me.
Yeah.
All right. So round 12 over to you, Matt. Let's get you started here. And here we go.
Speaking of historic pages, this is American Vampire. This is Raphael Albuquerque. The series that put Scott Snyder really on the map. This isn't just reprinted in the omnibus. This is reprinted exactly as you see it here. The black and white pre-color artwork was printed in the omnibus as well. And if you read the interview with Scott, he talks about this being the first page that was supposed to start the story. This the meeting of Skinner Sweet and Pearl Jones. So this is their historic first meeting. This is one of the most pivotal events in all of the American Vampire comics. There have been several series at this point. Obviously, pages from that first issue are super hard to come by. I got this, I think, within a month of it being published. So it's been in my collection for a really, really long time. Again, this is an Eisner Award winner. A lot of the pages that I've been showcasing tonight are award winners or nominees. This is a really, really important page. I love Albuquerque's work.
Yeah, me too. When was this one published?
This is published in 2011. Yeah.
All right.
And there's actually also a little drawing of Pearl on the back, which is probably a pretty early drawing. And before her hair is black, it's still kind of not either colored in, or they were possibly thinking that she might be blonde.
Well, that's a great piece of art there. All right, so moving on to lucky round 13, I guess, or anything goes in the last 3 rounds, everybody. So
the song, isn't it? Anything goes.
Yes, there is. I'm not singing it.
I'm not singing it either. Okay, so this one, not historic in terms of first appearance, but Simon Beasley. Just who doesn't love Simon Beasley? A lot of times we have Beasley art in the shows, and it's a pin up here and there, but this is a published piece, and you've got Batman Lobo #1 published in 2000, coincidentally written by Alan Grant, who also wrote that Jeremiah Arkham page as well. But you just got your classic Beasley style on this page, lots of insane action. And the storyline is that the Joker actually hires Lobo to take out all his enemies. So he dresses up as Batman to go and accomplish that. But in this page, Batman's trying to stop him. So you kind of see right there in that middle panel there. So you got on the top, you got Lobo dressing up as Batman there. And then all of a sudden Batman comes into the scene with the Batmobile to kind of stop everything going on. And then the insanity ensues from there. And of course, Simon Beasley is the perfect artist to draw such an insane story like this anyway. So again, he takes his art all the way to the edges here. And he literally doesn't hold any punches. There's a person being cut in half on the top panel there too. So again, Simon Beasley, Lobo, Batman, what's not to love?
Yeah, it's a great page. Yeah.
Collector-san, there is no finish line when collecting comic art. When you reach one grail, find a new one.
I got to speak up in those. When you reach one grail, find a new one. You know how it is with collectors. They I got to get my grail. It's my grail. And then like the next day they're on their path to the next grail. So that's what I was trying to make a joke.
No Yoda in that one. No Grogu.
No Yoda. Right. Exactly.
And I see that note from Kat. Kat, you did so well in your show, which again, just love the way you presented in the show. You got that fun. You can get that Beasley page. I see that note.
Right. Even Jason said he liked it.
Yeah.
But yes, everybody's saying sad but true on my quote there, but it felt right to put it in there. All right, round 13 over to you, Matt, and let's get your piece on the screen. Now, the DPS.
This is pretty baller. I mean, this is a double page splash from John Cassidy, and part of one of the more pivotal moments in the Astonishing X-Men series where Colossus returns to battle. Maybe in back of his reemergence, passing through Kitty Pryde, maybe the second most pivotal moment of the first half of that series. The lettering, of course, was digital in the comic, so this is a tip-in. This is a printed-out tip-in, but just a gorgeous piece. These pieces don't come up very often. The last splash pages I don't think was quite this nice. Sold for well more than $6,500 because I asked Albert about it, and so I wanted to just again bump this down a little bit and give people a chance to own, something like really, really important from the modern era of comics. Full team on the bottom, just gorgeous example of his work, all the action, everything you could want from this. Probably the team they'll wind up with when they do the X-Men and the MCU.
The best defense is more offense.
See, look at those kicks. You look like you know what you're doing, man.
It's been a while.
But yeah, I love this page. Yeah, I was a huge fan of the series when it came out, and Cassidy's work with just it's always fantastic. But yeah. he was really meant to draw those first books, and I actually own one of the covers, that one with White Queen and Scott when she had her hands over it, and I let that one go. That was one I love that cover.
I have a page from that issue, but I don't have that cover.
Well, some lucky collector has it, but great piece, great DPS there without question. So we'll see that in the recap as well. So we're moving on to round 14. 2 more to go before we get to the recap.
Yep. All right, this one's cluesy. Everybody. It's a birth page. It's another birth page here. Masters of the Universe #1. This is when DC actually had the rights to do the art here before it went on to other publishing companies. 1982. So we're already talking Bronze Age. George Tusca and Alfred Alcala. What a great team up those two did. So seemingly a toy line, which is turning into much more bigger prominence now. Again, this is the birth page, the very first appearance ever of Stratos, who he's one of the Masters of the Universe team. So he's going to have a lot of prominence from there. He-Man is already being cast in a live action film. We see that. So again, get this now while you can before it goes further. I can tell you what, if it comes out further, it's not going to be at these kind of price points. But, again, 1982, and again, an historic page. And actually, it's, when I look at it, it's not just an historic page. It's actually really good art. I mean, you can see the action coming down with Stratos here when he's being introduced and who they're taking on here, the vampire villains that are in the panel right there. So, again, it's historic. George Tusca, really old, nice Bronze Age, and actually a really good price point for this historic page.
Remember, Jordan-san, page in, page out. Breathe in, breathe out.
I'm done, Mr. Miyagi. I finished.
No, Jordan-san. Whole stack.
That's another classic. Another reason why everybody's going to be screaming for you to be a writer on here.
I'm like I said, we're just having fun. That's not even my favorite, but I mean, we're just trying to tie in art to the theme, so that's always the fun part on that. Yeah,
exactly.
That was a humble brag. Did you see that? He was like, that one wasn't even my favorite.
No, no, you got me. No, really.
I love the show tonight.
Yeah, lots of fun.
But yeah, I saw Rick's offer just as I was switching over to Jordan, so I apologize for not.
I'll tell you what, Rick, bring it up to 45, and I'll let you have it.
Or anybody wants to claim it.
Yeah, anybody, 45.
All right, I'm going to change round 13 for Matt to $4,500, and there you go. Anybody who's open to that can pick it up at that price. So, all right, well, moving on to that was a nice Tusca, by the way. Yeah. All right, let's get to Matt's round 14 piece queued up and ready to go. This is a doozy. I'm going to say it. Here we go.
This is a doozy. So, Bernie Wrightson, and this is it's really interesting that Jordan has picked a lot of sword and sorcery stuff. This is DC's very first sword and sorcery published story, and this was in issue 3 of Witching Hour. This was in Glenn Danzig's collection for years, and I managed to wrestle it out of his hands. Not physically, but just, again, all the elements of Wrightson are there. This is a 1960s page. I believe it's from 1969. I'm just going to pull this up real quick and take a look. But, you know, Wrightson stuff is just not easy to come by. I think this is a really, really good price on this. But it's got House of Secrets on the bottom, you know, which would trailer the fact that Swamp Thing was coming just about a year later in House of Secrets. So just as a historic Wrightson book, this is just really, really phenomenal. Also has Hecate in it. Hecate is written into the new Sandman series on HBO.
That's what I call an alpha move.
Staying away.
Yeah. We had fun with those clips that you sent. We really did, Matt.
I went through. I was searching like the best lines from Cobra Kai, so I probably owe a debt of gratitude to the folks at Blender.
So people are asking about this. I think Jason was asking if it was a DPS or the actual page itself.
Where was that? I guess
Jason asked if it was a DPS.
Oh, is it? It's a DPS. No, it's like I'm assuming it's one of those like half-end page type pieces, right?
Yeah, it's like a 2/3. I think there was probably an in-house ad below it or above it, maybe. But it was the last page, I think, of the entire comic.
Did you have it with you? We can see it again.
Yep.
It's finale end page, right? Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Classic, you know, like the way that he was drawing women in that period, and very much in the Ghastly Graham angles. You can see it in the inking on that, and it's Bernie inking himself, so he both penciled and inked on this. Yeah. It's great to see, you know, the lettering directly on the page. You know, not word balloons, but like composed directly onto the page.
Right. No, it's a beautiful.
I'm gonna miss this when it's gone.
All right, well, we're moving on to round 15. Last round before we get to the recap.
All right, this is the last one. Very cluesy, very historic, and I don't like letting go of cosmic pages. Silver Surfer number 36, 1990. Jim Starlin, the writer, as we expect. Ron Lim, the artist, as we expect as well. What makes it so historic? It's a prelude to the Infinity Gauntlet. If you actually read this story, issue 35 is where Silver Surfer first meets Thanos. This is 36, so he meets Thanos. Thanos tells him his plan. If you look at this panel right there, right in here, he's actually telling Captain America for the very first time of Thanos' mad plan to cull half the universe. So this is really the start of the Infinity Gauntlet. So from a historic, you got Silver Surfer on his board, you got Captain America, but from an artistic standpoint, as much as I love Silver Surfer pages and cosmic, I love this shot right there, that middle panel of Captain America when he's finding out Thanos' plan right there. So again, cosmic pages, but it's a historic one because it ties right into the Infinity Gauntlet. Silver Surfer's trying to warn the Avengers of what Thanos is, and he doesn't even know about him. If you read the dialogue in here, he's talking about, I'm seeking information on the creature called Thanos. He doesn't even really know him yet, and this is just the start of everything that we know that happened.
Oh, really nice.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that one in the recap as well. Now, moving on to round 15, Matt.
Yeah.
I think this is an artist whose work we've never had on here, and at a price point that I don't think we've ever come close to.
Yeah.
But
Time payments, Matt.
He said anything goes. He said anything goes.
I did say anything goes. And again, but I think it's a totally cool piece. So we're gonna show it, and if you've got it in hand or whatnot, show it.
I do.
Well. Everybody can appreciate it.
So to give you a little bit of scale on this, so again, I'm gonna have to back up. So this is Sid Mead, and this is published. This is in the Sentinel book that was published by Dragon Stream, which was the same publisher that did the studio book of Wrights and Kaluta, Jones, and Windsor Smith. This is a painting. It's called Auto Design Lab of the Future. It gets a full page in the Dragon Stream book. I will include the Sentinel book with the piece. The price is negotiable, but I think it's pretty close to the value. It's probably a little bit under even, considering that you just don't see any Sid Mead work come up for sale. It's just really stellar. I've been happy to be the caretaker of this piece. I live in Pasadena. Sid lived right up the street from me. It's just a really cool piece. You taught at Art Center here, set up the whole auto design portion of the school. So I felt like probably not too many people have ever seen an original Sid Mead, and I wanted to be able to offer this up.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen one in person either. It's an absolutely stunning piece.
Yeah, just to see it even. That's amazing. You should get together with Kat. It's not the 31st yet, and have her personally deliver it. I think she wants to use it for miles or anything anyways. So something that big, I wouldn't trust it to the mail. Definitely have her deliver it in person.
Courier service, yeah.
Yes,
right.
Yeah.
White glove service, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's round 15. It's in the books. We don't want you to leave, but we're showing the contact information here.
Mm-hmm.
If you picked up anything and you got to go, now that we're going to the recap, both gentlemen's email addresses are on the screen for you, and let them know which artworks you picked up. Be sure to include your mailing address and also your handle here on YouTube or Facebook if you picked anything up. We don't think we had anybody so far. So there you go. But I hope you hang out through the recap, because that's where most of the fun usually happens. And we're going to start with you, Jordan.
Yeah,
so we've got a few pieces here for you to go through. I think, let's see, what do I have marked down here? You've sold 6 pieces. So, all right. Yep. We're starting with 2A. So 30 seconds around as best we can. And we'll always be looking at offers throughout the whole process as well. So let me get myself all squared away here, set up with the chat as best I can, and go up here to get your 2A on the screen. So here we go.
All right, so my best price coming down to $375 on this page. Here's the cover of the issue. It's from, and again, Esad Ribic. Great interior work. We know him for his covers, but again, if you can see it up front, you can see the perspective here in the top panel. Again, the action coming to life here. Love the cross hatching coming down. Again, coming down to $375 for this page here. So again, interior work by Esad. You see why he's one of the masters.
Yeah, no, it's a really great page. And $375 is a fair price for an interior by Esad. We've seen Anthony offer up plenty of pieces as well, but very, very fair price on that one.
All righty, the next one.
All right, we can go next to your 2B.
2B. Yep. So this is the issue. This comes from The Origin of Black Cat. So I'm going to come down from $495. I'll come down to $445 on this one here. This one again was in my faves portfolio, so I don't generally pull out pages from that. I just, again, the visual on this one. I love the moodiness of Spider-Man right there when he actually thinks that he is causing the death of Black Cat there. Yeah, that's a good piece.
That's been picked up by Gabe. Congratulations.
I'm not even joking. I'm kind of even sorry that the sale went through, because it's been in my favorites for a long time.
Well, Michelle and Ernest also were vying for the piece, but Gabe got in first. So congratulations to Gabe. I understand, Jordan. There, we kind of talked about this page. I mean, I know, I get it. Sometimes these pieces are tough to let go.
Yeah, it's a great image on that. Just looking at it right now. Oh.
All right, we're moving over to 3A now.
Keep in mind. All right, so the next one here, Turtles page coming down. I'll go down to 345. The 345 on this one again, 1994. This is way early in their run, and Jim Lawson, he did a nice little signature and head sketch for me up in the corner there. And again, fresh to market, I got it right from him. And again, a good story, Donatello. So Turtles pages, the new issues are coming out, and they're well more expensive than this. You got an old 94 page here that you can get for, what did I say, $345. All the art, all the wording written on the page.
All right. Well, so this one's out there at 345, everybody. This is Jordan's 3A artwork.
Yeah.
Next up is your 3B.
3B. Okay, so covers below 500 already. So I'm going to come down to 445 on this one. So from 495 to 445, Jennifer Blood. That's a great image, actually, there. So again, great storyline. She's a mom, a soccer mom by day and a vigilante by night. It's got a long series running into it as well. And it's a really powerful cover for this. Again, 445, anything below 500 for a published cover, it's kind of worth it in itself. So 445, Jennifer Blood, issue number 5, early on in her run as well.
What size was the original? It's 11 by 17?
Oh, yeah. Full on, 11 by 17. Thick board.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, so 445 for Jordan's 3B by Ali Garza.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Next up is, let's see, your 4A artwork.
4A, Strange Tales. I'll come down from 495 to 425 on this page. 425 on this one. Again, I'm showing you the story that leaked about how that character Rintrah is actually in the Doctor Strange 2 movie. So again, you got some old Copper Age. I got this straight from the artist, so definitely fresh to market. You got Doctor Strange in these middle panels here. So it's really great art, great older art here. And, again, with this character being displayed in the movie, the sky's the limit on this one. So 425 is what I'm coming down to.
All right, Nick has claimed the 4A at 425. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a really good one, actually.
You also did get an offer from Rich Donnelly on the Garza cover. He's offering $375, and you were at $445.
How about 400? 400, only $25 higher, but I mean, for a cover at 400, that's a really good price. So anybody who wants it at 400 even. Yeah.
And you just got another offer on your 3A artwork that you were at 345 from JJ Collector, that they're offering you $300 for it.
Yes, I'll do 300 on the Turtles. That's on the Turtles one. Yep, 300.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, so that one goes to JJ Collector, and Rich Donnelly has also accepted your $400 counter offer on the Garza 3B artwork.
Yep, that's a good cover. Good pickup, both of those.
All right, congratulations to Nick, JJ, and Rich.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, both of you. Everybody, actually, not just both of you. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see. Next up is 4B.
4B. Okay, X-Men number 9. Terry Dodson work. Again, I've been collecting for many, many years, and I didn't get Dodson early on. And, we all know how well established he is. So you got Terry and Rachel on this page. My best price, I'm so sorry, I'll go down to $395. I'll go from $495 down to $395 on this. And you can already see how the inking's coming through and how he really captures. He's really good at the female characters. So again, $395 for a Dodson X-Men page with these characters on it. And that's a good deal in itself. Straight from the artist, so fresh to market.
All right, so $395 is your best price on the 4B by Terry and Rachel Dodson.
Yep.
Now, that one was just picked up by Nick Barucci.
Nick got
and,
that.
Yep. And I also wanted to point out that Ann Smith picked up your 2A, the Assad piece that you were priced at $375. So thank you both, Nick and Ann.
And all right, thank you very much. Thank you both of you. Thank you.
All right, got that highlighted. Good. All right, so next up is your round 5 piece.
Okay. Moon Knight. Right. So had it at $695. I'm gonna actually come down to $575 on this one here. So this is the issue that it's from. I know it's going to come up on the screen pretty soon there. but I'll go from $6.95 down to $5.75. And here's the Moon Knight piece right there. So again, you got two half splashes, and it's kind of like two different styles. You got Jeff Darrow-esque up here, and again, if you could see what we're talking about, just love all those details and all the people that are injured in the train wreck. I love the detail in the art. Then you got a great half splash of Moon Knight just walking to the forefront there. So again, brought this down to $5.75 for a great Moon Knight page.
All right, and the clock did not get started on there, but a couple points. I saw Anne was asking again if she wanted to get 2A, and she did get the Assad piece. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And as I highlighted, I apologize to Shaheen, because typically I'm looking for a number, and I didn't see a number. I just saw claim Dodson, so I wasn't focused on it, and I missed it. And so Shaheen actually got the Dodson at $3.95 before Nick. Yes, only because I saw Nick's clear, even though he didn't put a lot number in there. But so yes, that was my mistake, and I have now corrected it.
I will speak for Nick, and I know I'm not speaking out of turn. Nick is the most gracious of collectors, and I know he's not feeling any ill will at all. I'm sure he's more than gracious to allow for that to happen. So I'm sure Nick's not feeling any hard will.
Nick is a wonderful guy. He picked up some pieces in our sale the other day with Dennis Cowan, and I can't thank him enough for all that. So so next up we've got the round 5.
Mm-hmm. All right, that was 5. So we're going to go on to 7 now.
Yeah, but let me just to confirm, what was the best price on the 5?
So the 5, I came down from $6.95 down to $5.75 on the Moon Knight page. Mm-hmm.
All right, very good. Okay, so round 6 piece was picked up, so we're going over to round 7 now.
Round 7. All right, Super Crooks. I'm going to come down. I'll take $100 off. I'll come down to $6.95. So $6.95 for a first appearance. You get a first appearance of the major hero in the story in the beginning, which is the Gladiator. So he's right there coming down into the subway, and then the leader of Super Crooks, Johnny Bolt's right up there. So you got a lot of action happening, a lot of great line work by Lionel Francis. So again, I'm going to come down. Go down to $6.95 for this first appearance page, Super Crooks page 2 in the issue. Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're down to $6.95 on this piece. That was your round 7, and let's see here. So again, apologies to everybody for all those little mix-ups there, but we've got everything straightened out now. So your let's see, your round 8, 9, and 10 lots did sell. So we're moving on up to lot 11.
11. Okay, so that's Claw the Unconquered. All right, so Claw the Unconquered first appearance. I'm going to come down quite a bit on this one. So I had it at $12.95. I'll come down to $9.95. So $9.95 for this, and it's 1975. I misquoted the date. So it's Bronze Age, issue number 1, Claw the Unconquered, first appearance of the character. David Michelini, Ernie Chan. You can see Ernie Chan. There's the blue pencils, as Bill and I pointed out, not blue lines. And again, a great action page too. So not only the historic first appearance page, it's a great action page from the Bronze Age. The Bronze Age alone, let alone first appearance, a great combination.
All right, and you actually got a pre-offer on a piece that we would show soon. That was by E.C. Harris. He's offering you $2,050 for your round 13 Beasley piece, and that one, of course, you were priced at $2,695.
Okay. Anybody who wants that, $2250, $2250. So that's more than $400 off the original price. Can't go to that right there, but $2250, $2250. A great published Simon Beasley piece, Batman and Lobo.
All right, so we haven't gotten to that one yet, but that's Jordan's round 13. He's lowered it to $2250. You did also just get an offer on the Moon Knight piece. You're round 5, and you were at $575 on that one.
Moon Knight $575, and I'm sorry, the offer.
The offer was $500 from Ernest.
He's actually got other pages for me, right? Ernest.
Yes.
All right, so we'll call a volume discount. So yes on the 500.
Well, fantastic! Congratulations to Ernest for picking up round 5 at $500.
Well, I got notes here. He's got a couple other pages from me, so why not, right?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, 3 other pages.
Yep.
So, very good. Thank you, Ernest.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
All right. Drop that one off.
So $2250 is the offer floating out there for the Beasley Batman Lobo.
Right, round
And
13.
if you need to break it up into 2 payments, you can to make it easier as well.
All right, and you were at $9.95 for your round 11. That was the Ernie Chan claw piece.
Claw.
Well, let's see. EC Harris actually said if Jordan can do the 2200 on it, he's in on 13.
Of course, we're so close. Why would either one of us suffer from that? So 2200 on the Beasley, yes.
All right, congratulations to EC for that bit of negotiating. That is the round 13 piece that we hadn't gotten to yet, and it has been claimed by EC at 2200.
Yep.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, EC. Oh, and sorry you came in just a little bit late there on that, but it's going to EC. So, all right, next up then is the round 12 piece, and that one was by Brayfogle, of course.
Oh yeah. So again, the Brayfogle I had it at $19.95. I'll come down to $16.95. I'll take $300 off. Batman, Shadowbat. So the issue alone is the first issue in the series, and you got page 1 of the first issue. Page 2. I apologize. Page 2. But again, the birth page, the very first time ever we're introduced to Jeremiah Arkham right there. So again, a lot of prominence with Arkham Asylum, and I won't give any spoilers, but going forward as well. So $16.95.
All right, great page, and $16.95 on your round 12.
Yeah.
So, all right, so let's see. Round 13 has already been claimed by EC, so we've got 2 more pieces to check out. Next up is your round 14 Tusca, Masters of the Universe page.
So I had it at $29.95. I'll take $500 off. I'm going to take it down to $24.95. So it's a really big discount on this one, and I hesitate because it is a historic page. It is the birth page. One of the Masters of the Universe is to cover the issue there. Great art anyways. Okay, 1982, Tusca and Alcala. What a great combination. But the very first time we're ever introduced to that character, Stratos, who becomes part of the Masters of the Universe. So $500 off down to $24.95. Split it up into time payments, 2 or even 3 time payments.
All right, so $24.95 on this one is your best price?
Yep.
Okay, that is your round 14. So one more piece to check out. This is your round 15 artwork.
So this is my last one, my doozy. I love my cost page. I'm going to come down. I had it at $34.95. I'm going to take $500 off. So take it down to $29.95. You can do 3 time payments. So that's like $1,000 each to spread it out if you need to. But as we know, cosmic pages very much in high demand. I don't have very many, so you can see me shaking as I'm listing this price here. But it's historic. I love the shots of Captain America. There's a reason I got it. I won't be dissatisfied if it doesn't go. $29.95, 3 time payments.
All right, $29.95 on your round 15.
Yeah.
Usually, hands shaking. That's I understand that feeling.
Yeah.
But and production studio wanted me to extra confirm so that Ann Smith knows that she did get the 2A, just in case it wasn't clear earlier when I did it the second time. But just wanted to make sure that she did know that.
Yeah, she wanted to get a different page, but it had already gone already. I'm unclear about the Strange Tales. I had it at $400. Some of you got that right? $400 for the Strange Tales.
Correct.
That was 4A.
That was 4A. Yes, that was right. Strange
that
Tales.
Got sold.
Correct. To Shaheen.
Okay. All right. So Shaheen got the
my
X-Men.
whiskey buddy.
Am I writing it wrong?
Shaheen got the X-Men page.
Oh my! All right, you're right. I'm sorry, I wrote it in the wrong line. That's my bad. Yes, but you're right on the price on the 4A.
Okay, but did anybody claim it at 400? Or I'm so sorry to interrupt. We'll find out. I'm sorry. Keep going, Bill. We'll figure it out.
Now my page is all messed up. Sorry, because I did write it on the wrong line. That one on that one. I apologize.
No.
Studio will come in here and kick me in a second.
It goes fast. We know how it goes fast. Okay. All right.
All right.
We'll get him, Matt.
So Matt, yep, you get to come in here next. So we've got a bit of work to do.
Get a $9,000 deficit here.
Yes,
coming out to wheel and deal.
Time payments too.
Got a bit of work. So all right, we're gonna go all the way to the top to your 1A artwork.
Yep.
All right. So actually not the 1A, because the 1A was the one that we couldn't find.
There is no 1A.
There is no 1A. I should have just scratched that one all the way out. So we're going to 1B to get us started.
You ready? You ready, people? 175.
Woo.
175, almost half off for a Pasquale Ferry prelim cover Ghost Spider cover variant, Skrull. Just really, really cool piece. I don't know what else to say about that. Just really, really cool. A lot of pencil, some marker on that. And obviously signed right there.
All right, so we got a couple things in here. For the ferry, you did get an offer from Rich at 150.
Got it. Done.
All right, that's your 1B selling for 150. Now, of course, we're getting a few back things here. And for one thing, I wanted to clarify that Nick Barucci did get the 4A and at the 400. So just throwing that out there so we can get that clarification. Then also, it looks like, what do we got? We got an offer to Jordan. So I apologize, Matt.
Sorry, Matt.
That was on the Brayfogle.
Yeah.
And just trying
to.
You were at 1695.
1695. Yeah, that'd be too tough to go to 1,000. I'll go to 1495. That's another $200 off. 1495.
And that was around 12. Yep.
For the for anybody who wants to claim it, 1495 for that birth page, and you can break it up into 2 time payments as well if you need to.
All right, very good. So that's out there now, and Rick Inquest has mentioned that he's probably got to jump off, but he's just letting you know that his 4K offer is still out there, and he'll stand by it if he has to leave. And that was on the Cassaday DPS.
Cassaday. Okay.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Rick. Bring it up to 4250.
Yeah.
All right, so Matt is dropping his round 13 piece to 4250 right now to Rick or anybody else in the audience who might be interested in that one. Beautiful DPS. And again, thank you. We're even getting and you're even getting another offer while we're here, Matt. So on the Dave Stevens, the cap piece that you were at $1,500, that was your round 5. Ann's offering you $1,200.
All right, Ann, let's do it.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a great pickup, Ann.
Yeah.
All right. So
right.
Thank you
very
much.
What are we going to here? We'll go Shaheen, my main man. Dude, we need to grab some more whiskey soon. So
2A is our next one.
So Cell Doga. You can see it's got colored pencil. So this is a master animator piece. And I had this at what?
You had it at 300.
200. Great way to jump in on some animation. If you have no anime, why not pick up an iconic character so affordably? So $200 on that. I think it was 92 or 93 on the Stevens, Shaheen.
And just so you know, Gabe Carino has picked up the year 2A Gigantor piece. That's great.
All
so
right.
at $200. Thank you so much, Gabe.
Woohoo! All right. Cooking with gas. Cooking with gas.
Cooking with gas.
All right. So next up, let's see, is your 2B artwork.
Okay.
And actually, sorry, 2B was sold.
That's sold, right?
That one was by Michelle. My apologies. Yep, man, I've got an off night tonight. I'm sorry. So 3A is the next one. That was the Astro City page.
So here we go. So this is the Astro City page, and I got it at 550. Let's go 450. 450 for an Eisner winning comic page. Just like, I mean, we're getting really tight on this. You can see that signature. No, it's just like really, really cool. There's a ton of detail in here that just doesn't read from that distance. You can see there's a massive battle going on here. You know, this is fabulous stuff.
All right, so your best price on the 3A Astro City page is 450.
450.
All right, and you did get an offer on the Miss Marvel page, which was, of course, your round 6 that you were at $1,500. So JD Dunn is offering you $900 at the moment.
We'll wait to get to that one.
Okay, not a problem. That's a fair thing to do. So again, 450 on your 3A. Your 3B did sell, and so next up is your 4A. That was the Kaluta piece.
Yep. Kaluta. I mean, look at this. This is Nick just claimed Astro City at 450.
Thank you, Nick.
Nice.
All right. Make my little note here. Sweet.
And I get you a spreadsheet after the show too, Matt.
Oh, good. Thank you.
No problem. I should have told you when we started. But okay, you've got 30 seconds on this Kaluta piece.
Yep. So look at this detail. I mean, those eyes, the way that Kaluta does eyes. So we're gonna go down to 575 on this. 575 from Mike Kaluta, published Madame Xanadu page.
Xanadu. Nice page.
Gorgeous piece.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Kaluta's a master. I mean, he's just a fantastic page there.
I mean, published pages. This might be the cheapest published page ever at this point. It is signed on the top.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you're at 575 on your Kaluta.
Yep.
And
575 on Kaluta.
And like Dino said, great value, folks. It's true. I mean, you're not going to see a Kaluta at that low very often, if ever, anymore. So, all right, next up is your 4B artwork.
And this is going to be 4B. Oh, Sergio Dominic, yeah.
Yep.
So, like I said, I would love to be able to confirm where this saw the light of day. But I mean, you can see this blue pencil, and he does his graphite work on top of the blue pencil. It's not blue line; it is actually pencil. You can tell from the scratchiness of it. But I mean, almost every inch of the surface on this.
How much, Matt?
We're gonna go.
Oh, thank you, thank you so much, Jordan.
$500.
500. That's a good deal. 500.
Yeah, Jordan, you can host now at this point. You beat me to it.
I'm just rooting for him. I'm pins and needles waiting for the price.
Yep. Look at this. Just crazy good.
Yeah, that's an amazing page. A lot, lots of detail in there.
Signature right there in the middle.
And it looks like you got a claim on the Cassidy from Aranga.
All right, there you go. 4250.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a beautiful pickup, Aranga. Congratulations on that one. Man, yep. I'm jealous of that one as well. I don't have any more Cassidy X-Men pages in my collection.
That's where I'm gonna wake up screaming, but why did I sell that?
Oh man,
seller's remorse. Yeah.
Yep. And Eric Wenger picked up the 4B as well. So yeah,
all right.
Fantastic. Thank you, Eric. So we're gonna see Eric really soon. Everybody is gonna be on an interview tomorrow. So
that's awesome. And I guess so the Kaluta is still available, but everything else up to this point is gone.
That is correct. The Kaluta is the only unsold piece at 575. Wow. That was your 4A artwork.
Wow, come on, guys. Look at that deal.
Well, we'll see. There's still a little bit of time left here.
Yep.
So let's see. So your round 5, Dave Stevens did sell to Ann. So next up is the round 6 artwork, the Ms. Marvel Paige.
Mm-hmm. Can't go 9 on this. Sorry. Can't go 9 on this. Let's say $1,200.
Yeah, it's a very, like I said, you've seen this image a lot. It was used.
Yeah, this has been featured all over the place. This has become one of the most iconic images related to the character. There's a Disney Plus show on the way. We all know that. You know, G. Willow Wilson is the writer of note on the character. And happy to keep it if it doesn't sell. Claim Kaluta at 575. You got it, Shaheen?
There you go.
There, yeah. Fantastic. Thank you, Shaheen.
Shaheen's collection is insane, by the way. He's got some really, really incredible stuff. I've been very privileged to know him for a long time. Sold him some amazing stuff.
That was, yeah. Well, maybe I should have Shaheen on the show sometime. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's
all right.
unreal.
Well, Shaheen, if you'd ever be up for an interview, shoot me an email, bill@comicartfans.com. I'd love to have you on. Let's see. All right. So you're $1,200 still on the around 6.
Oh, someone's saying 900 on the Fullmetal Alchemist.
That's my daughter, actually.
Oh well, now you're twisting it. You're
Oh,
twisting.
you got
Hey,
it.
I
heart's
wasn't going to
sincere.
say. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have even said
You
it.
got to do it.
You're allowed to counter on my children.
1,000.
Yeah.
That's a fair counter offer. So we'll let her think about that while we talk about, well, so I mean, but that's where we're at right now, aren't
Yeah,
we?
we're at there right now.
1,000.
So and I mean the line work is so frenetic on these like whenever you see Fullmetal Alchemist work, and I've got quite a bit of production work on it too. There's like a really thin line on it, and so like there's something kind of really manic about the way they do stuff, but it's just so charming because it's unlike anything else out there.
They're laughing in the other room right now. So
Someone said, "Can I do 1,000 on number 6?"
Yeah, JD Dunn came back. He made the first offer on your round 6.
Oh, and he came back for 1,000.
Yep, up at 1,000.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, and Barucci, you came in too late, sir. But so that one's going to
Emma sold.
Oh, and she
got it.
claimed it. All right, Emma. Wow, Dad's going to be a little. Well, no, Emma helps out in this show. She puts most of the slides together. She's been a super big help to me, and she deserves some of her own art. And she's a great animator, by the way, which is why she's going to be going to school, whether she goes to Full Sail or Ringling. She is going to be going to school for animation. So
go to Ringling. Go to Ringling.
You go. That's
they
what.
Have an amazing program for animation.
Well, there you go. So now I think we're sold. It's a little more expensive, but I think that's where she's going to end up going because they actually have a summer program. She's 17, so she's a junior this year, but she'll be doing some summer programming there. I think either 2 or 4 weeks on campus. So I'm looking forward to her being down in Ringling for that. Oh, and look, Emma's got.
I'm assuming part of the card set for the Scooby-Doo-ish episode.
Exactly. Well, and so thank you, Scott and Mikhail, both for contributing to Emma's art fund. I appreciate that a lot.
Awesome.
And JD, thanks you as well, Matt, for accepting that offer. All right. So next up is the piece that I don't have a scan for. So we're going to go full screen on Matt for this one.
Now, this is just killer. I mean, look at this. Look at the detail on this piece. I mean, you're talking about one of the best draftsmen who's ever worked in the business. It's got all the main characters, those strong, really graphic sigils in the middle.
Your price, Matt.
Yes, I was going to say J.H. Williams, 7 Soldiers.
I had this at
you had 1,500.
Go 12.
There you go.
And it's signed by Grant Morrison.
There you go.
In addition to JH is filled out all the work on it as well. So it's signed by both of the primary contributors to the page. Really, I just love this piece.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And apologies to everybody for not having the proper image up there for you to see it. But great price, great piece of art. Yeah, one last time, everybody. There we go. All right. Thank you, man. I'm sorry, Matt. That's, again, my bad. So $1,200 on Matt's round 8. Now that's the only piece that hasn't sold. So next up is your round 9.
I would be very happy to keep that, to be absolutely honest. So I want to show something on this. I mean, I want to give some detail on this. Specifically, since someone had asked about Lilith. I mean, there's a lot of ink wash on this piece, so it's almost functioning like watercolor. But there's also on the lettering page. There's this great weird little bat that's nice. On the onion skin for the lettering, which I just think is the cat's pajamas. And I'm going to show this sideways just so it can fit to the camera a little bit better, so you can see the.
So what's your best price on this one, Matt?
Sorry.
Your best price?
Oh shoot! I'm sorry.
Okay.
1,800. 1,750.
1,750.
1,750 is a good price for that Gene Colan Tomb of Dracula page. Very, very nice. Everybody's high-fiving Emma on that purchase. And just so you know, Matt, my kids have never purchased anything on the show before. This is the first.
Nice.
So I'll tell you, you had. I was actually going to show her that other piece that you had that you didn't that got
And I
not
swapped
included.
out.
Yeah. But hey, she likes this one a lot, and I was going to show it to her after the show just to see what she thought. So you never know, you may end up having.
Well, the
another
one she
sale.
picked up is a really special piece. That stuff never gets offered for sale outside Japan. Like, I was really privileged to be able to pick that up, and I was surprised that I was able to get it. So that type of stuff with stamp sheets, that art, I mean, and because it's FMA, I'm really surprised that it didn't end up winding up in a museum, but because it wasn't connected to the manga, there was a little bit of room to be able to pick it up. So that's really cool. I'm glad it went to her. And I have a long history of selling people their first artwork. I've sold art pieces to a lot of kind of like Disney kids that started their art collections at one of the galleries that I ran for a long time. And it's just something that I love to do.
Like Wes just said, Emma broke the ice, broke her own ice on that one. So that's great.
So cool.
All right, so we're at $17.50 for the colon, and that's a very fair price. So next up is going to be your round 10.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that on the screen. There we go.
Ready, people? 1,500.
Woof.
Studio Mobius. This is, and I got some notes on this too. So Christian Bernard, award-winning designer for film, French legend, arguably more successful than Mobius was in France for his motion picture work. Worked on a lot of films for Genet and Corot.
You got a claim on the Seven Soldiers.
Yes, you did. Shaheen picked that one up.
All right, Shaheen.
At the $1,200.
Although I'm kind of sad to see it go.
I understand.
But it's going to be in great company because I know what he owns.
And I wanted to also thank Joshua for the $20 super chat, and also Derek WC for the $60 Emma fund. So congratulations to Emma. It's not $1,000 for her anymore, so she's doing all right. But thank you, Shaheen, very much. And so $1,500 on this piece is your best price. This is a market that I don't even really, I don't get to see a lot of animation art as far as getting to.
It is a sell. So the top piece is a sell. These are also background pieces that are layered. So this is, I think there might be 4 layers on this piece. This is what you call a full setup. But because it's a pre-production drawing, and I've got a lot of notes on this, I'll be happy to supply the person who picks this up. But just a really special piece. This was part of the exhibition of heavy metal motion picture artwork that toured the country in the 90s. And it comes with the certificate of authenticity.
So on this piece too, Matt, when you say it's 4 layers, they're all original, correct? It's not like sometimes you get
none of this is stat. It is all.
Right. It's 100% original, 4 layers. Wow.
Yeah, with background.
Right. All right, that's a very, very unique piece, like you said. And you have a lot of documentation for it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, it's out there at $1,500, and the colon is out there at $1,750. Those are the only 2 that still remain for
Marcus is asking how many Tarna hands measure. Well,
what is the size? That's true. Somebody did ask you what's the dimensions on it.
So the size on this piece is, let's see, sorry about that. 8.75 by 11.75. That can't be right. This is way bigger than that. This is much bigger than that. So this is.
Where's Anthony in his hand when we need him?
No. Well, here's my hand, and I can't cover the span of the wings. So
that's got to be more like 10 by 15, something in that range.
Yeah, because it's got to be about that. It's definitely a widescreen cell because it's film animation, not TV animation. And it would have been done in scale with that. So yeah, I had the wrong info on that. I apologize.
All right, so $1,500 on that one. It's not quite 11 by 17, G Perez.
Not quite 11 by 17. It's probably 15 and a quarter.
All right, so $1,500 on the Studio Mobius heavy metal piece. So next up is your Sean Gordon Murphy round 11 piece that you were at $2,200.
Not a lot of room, but I'll go down to 2,000.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as, like I say, as far as prelims go, this is one of the greatest prelims I've ever seen. It's, there's like, he's using the ink wash in there as well. It's just, his lines are so reminiscent to me of the truly great illustrators.
No, I agree. He's he's a master in such a, really, I mean, he's been around a while, but it feels like he's just so new and fresh to the market. But yeah, I love Sean's work. Yeah, that's a beauty. And I know he did really well at that exhibit at Metropolis. I think that was one of their better shows as far as sales and things that went. But Sean's a great guy, great artist.
I got in there early and snatched up a bunch of stuff from that show.
Congratulations.
Yes.
I wish I could have gone to see that. That would have been fun. I mean, I've actually never been to Metropolis, so that's on my bucket list one of these days if I can ever get back to New York City.
I'm supposed to visit them at some point this year, so that'll be nice.
Cool. All right, so $2,000 on your round 11 is your best price. Next up is your round 12, American Vampire, Paige by Albuquerque.
There we go. So I had it at 24. Okay, brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. $2,000. The historic first meeting of Skinner Sweet and Pearl. Extra drawing on the back side of it. Oops.
And that is a great page and historic, like you said.
Yeah.
I need a drum roll for when you announce your prices. I got to figure out how to do that. That would be really good. All right, so $2,000 is your best price on this Albuquerque piece, American Vampire, issue 1, page 12. And looks like you're getting an offer from Lee Parmenter. I'm sorry.
1,800, huh?
1,800. I'm assuming that's on the piece in front of us, the American Vampire page, Lee. Just for confirmation.
Let's confirm. Which piece, Lee?
Everybody's usually about 3 to 4 seconds behind us, just so you know. So that's why. No, we just needed to confirm. Oh, yes. So he's saying the American Vampire page at 1,800.
All right, 1,800. Yes.
Woohoo!
All right. Congratulations, Lee. 1,800 on Matt's round 12.
Good one. Good one.
Yeah, really nice pickup there. Wow. Yeah, that's great.
Everybody catch Matt when he's tired. He's dropping those prices.
Right. Well, he must have been listening to Bill Yagi, price up, price down.
Yep. There you go.
Price down.
There you go.
All right. So we know round 13's piece was picked up by Aranga. And so we've got 2 more pieces to show. And Lee says he'll pick that one up in person, Matt.
Oh, right on.
Okay. So next up, round 14 is the Bernie Wrightson.
Yeah, man, this is amazing. So 7,800.
Oof.
That's a drop on that one. Yeah. Wow.
It ain't getting any lower than that, folks.
Well,
that
is such a great page there. I mean, even though
it's a half page, Nick. It's like, let me give you some scale here. So,
yeah, back up just a tiny bit, I guess. There you go. So it's like it's about 2/3 of a page.
2/3. Yeah.
And it's the end page to Witching Hour, issue 3.
House of Secrets, Hecate's on it. First ever Sword and Sorcery DC story. Got the end on it. I mean, I shouldn't have dropped it at all, but I will. 7,800. I already said it. I'll stick to it. Trying to talk myself out of it.
Yep, everybody's tempted. But let's see here. So, all right, 7,800 on the round 14, Bernie Wrightson. And so the final piece that we're going to show is the most expensive piece we've ever had on the show.
So Rich Donnelly's kicking himself right now. He sold this years ago. Or actually, he was, I think it was a commission or a consignment piece that he had. But so this is quite larger than my head. And my head's pretty big. So this is a good size piece. Best price on this.
Wait, drum roll, Bill. Drum roll, Bill.
I know. I need it.
Drum roll.
35,000.
Oof.
Still the highest price piece we've ever had on the show at
Yeah.
35,000. But so how long have you had this in your possession, Matt?
2010, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it's just a fantastic piece. And again, I don't think we'll ever see a Sid Mead on Dueling Dealers ever again.
Yeah. It's almost worth coming to the show just to see that.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm being serious.
I don't think it's Wrightson's first professional work, but it's probably within a year. It's probably within a year because it's 1969.
Yeah. It was a House of Secrets 175, I think.
I think, yep.
Yeah,
I believe that's true. So very close, very, very early.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, you don't see too many published pieces, come up on the market from that period of Wrightson's work.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody.
Bundle deal, the Mead and Wrightson from Eric Wenger. What do you got in mind, Eric?
Bundle deal.
Bundle deal on the Mead and the Wrightson. Yeah, that's an interesting deal there, Eric. If you can work that out.
40,000 for both.
Whoa.
40,000 for both.
Yeesh.
Yikes! That.
Kidding.
Yeah. He wants us to do 350 time payments on it. Yep.
That I could not do.
And Shaheen has now made you an offer, Matt, as well. Just so you know, on the Murphy piece at 1775. You were at 2,000 still.
Okay, Shaheen, this is a special deal. 1775 and a bottle of whiskey to be named later.
Hello.
That sounds like a good deal to me.
Bill, do you have a liquor license to be able to?
Actually, I don't.
Okay.
But what happens on the show hopefully stays on the show. And nobody's listening. So, all right. So does Shaheen agree to the bottle of whiskey and 1775? If he says yes, we've got a deal there.
Imagine so.
I would have to believe as well.
Yeah.
Well, this was an interesting show tonight. If
good job, Matt.
Holds up.
Nicely done, bud.
And Eric even does say it would have been a hell of a deal.
Yep.
Nice.
Everybody's so happy that I'm buying a house and that I'm willing to do these things.
That was your the leverage that kind of got you to go ahead and do this. All right, so we're still waiting for Shaheen to say that he's confirming that he'll take the Sean Gordon Murphy at 1775 and a bottle of whiskey to be named later. But for those of you who have picked up artwork tonight, let me get this full screen for everybody. There is Jordan and Matt's email addresses. I need you to email both of them this evening. Do not wait until tomorrow. Do it this evening. And please include the artworks that you purchased, the mailing address for you, and also your YouTube handle as well, just to make everything easy for them both. And let me reduce the screen here for a second.
Oh, yeah. I guess we should ask, was ML making that offer? Was he going to do the 40,000 for the Wrightson and the Mead?
Can't say no. Well, I don't know if he was. I didn't think it was. I thought he was I thought it was tongue in cheek, as Mikhail is clever like that. Nope. Look at Ferrucci. All right. So, but we did have. Let's see. What did we have here?
Some offers on the Wrightson. So
yeah, there was an offer from Greg at 7,000 on the Wrightson with payments, and also but now you have the Barucci at $7,500 in time payments. So I'm trying to just scroll through this. So sorry, apologies for showing the other one first, but Nick is at 7,500.
One is a bird in the hand, though, right?
Yes, exactly.
What kind of timeline did you have in mind?
Yep, and
no delay, but
something like 3 months out there, Nick. 3 payments, 3 months. I'm just trying to help him along. Nick knows what he's doing.
Yeah. he's got a show on April 18th helping raise some funds.
That's true. That is very true. He will be on the amateur show. We can't really call Nick an amateur when he has his own show selling artwork. But
yeah, why not? 7,500.
We'll go ahead. We'll go ahead with it. 7,500 on that. Okay.
There you go, man.
That's a strong offer. A few other people agree. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's still a great piece. So Nick showed off a Wrightson today, or was it yesterday? That Batman piece in his collection. He's a huge fan. So, all right. Well, then
nice.
That one goes to Nick at 7,500. Wow, that great pickup. Absolutely great pickup.
So now we get. What do we have left? So Shaheen.
And I think Shaheen did pick up the one, but I was looking. There's so many chats that popped in here at the end. I can't find it, but I'm sure you're going to be able to work that one out with Shaheen.
Yeah.
So I guess the only three I got left are the heavy metal,
and the Gene Colan,
Colan, and the
Sid Mead.
The Sid Mead.
Yeah. So I got the first claw.
Yep.
The birth page of Jeremiah Arkham, the birth page of Stratos.
Yeah, you get to sip it, Shaheen. Of course, we'll drink it together. Very cool. All right. Yep, it's all worked out.
Yep. And so those pieces are out there. And as everybody knows, you can always shoot these guys. If you see the show afterwards, I'm fine with you contacting either of them to make your claims afterwards. After the show, we usually end up having about 350 views on the show while it's live, and by tomorrow there'll be 900 views. So a lot of people, especially the Europeans, watch this show the next day. So if they see a piece, feel free to get in touch with either of these guys. I'm going to show their contact information big screen just one last time, so you've got it. Jordan's Things at yahoo.com for Jordan, and for Matt Kennedy, it's matt.w.kennedy@gmail.com. Get in touch with them right away. And so Jordan?
Real fast, James, I did come down from 1995 to 1495 on the birth page of Jeremiah. So I think that's what the question. 1495.
On your round 12.
Yep.
That is true. All right. Well, again, we're going to call it a night, and I think we can call Matt the winner. Congratulations, Matt. Fantastic show. Great.
Good job, bud.
I really appreciate the unique pieces that you brought to the show tonight. Yes. I appreciate you breaking the ice for my daughter. She's got her first piece of art in an area that, again, that's her intended career. And so I really, really appreciate that. That's a really, really, really nice. And we did catch that, Shaheen. So Jordan, great match as well. 14 out of 19 sales as of this moment. I think we just got another one there. James claiming your round 12 at 14.95.
Great pickup, James.
Yep. Fantastic, James. Congratulations. Another nice pickup tonight.
Yeah.
The Goodwill, we should do Karate Kid episodes more often, guys.
Well, did they do 18 sequels or something like that?
There were. Exactly. So it would be within our right to do a sequel to this one sometime down the road. Absolutely. So Matt and Jordan, if you both were ever up for it, we would definitely do another one.
Always honored and always willing. So anytime you just let me know, of course.
All right, guys. Well, I'm calling it again, Matt. Even with that extra sale, you're still, at least $11,000 ahead. But we're all winners here, like we always say. Yep. Jordan, thank you so much for doing this. Matt as well,
Thanks,
and
guys.
everybody for tuning in. This was a fantastic show, and I'll do the splits again another time. I promise. We'll come up with.
Hey, we gave Anthony and Mike a run for their money.
There we go.
Yeah, absolutely. This actually the total sales for this show is probably better than any show that they've had so far this year. To be honest with you, I don't know if we've really cracked 30.
Wow.
Since the year.
I don't mind.
This is awesome.
I don't mind losing at 11,000. Trust me. There are
no losers in this. There's no crying in baseball, and there's no losers in Comic Art Live.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. There you go.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And like I said, I've got a chat tomorrow night. Dueling Dealers is not going to be on Wednesday. And the reason for that is because of the Comic Link featured auction that is that evening. We've moved that show to Saturday at 2 p.m. So that'll be Mike and Anthony will be on that show as always. But Saturday, 2 p.m. regular price show too, with the pricing levels, not going for the low end stuff. So that's what it'll be, 2 p.m. on Saturday. Right. But again, good night, and thank you for tuning in.
Hello, everybody.